I love you.
What a wonderful.
It's like 2 different songs.
It's the same song. 2 different
I'm gonna
times.
sing some Lionel Richie. What a wonderful world. That's not it.
Alright, guys, so,
I think we're back, baby.
we just had a big talk with the Twitch heads, the FCC, and yeah, you're good.
Okay.
And
because I see like there's a little the sound icon has an X next to it.
Oh, that's because that's little thing in the biz.
Ooh, the Twitch biz
on OBS. One of the layers is desktop audio.
Okay.
So if I have that on, it would echo.
Oh.
Like it would play that audio in the stream.
Oh, so
along
it'd
with the
be
mic.
like okay, I got
So
you.
I have that off, but we could see it. Little biz, but
little
yeah.
biz
So
talk.
we just talked to Mr. John Twitch and Mr. Michael FCC,
Yeah.
the 2 heads, and apparently you cannot say jizness.
You know,
on
when
Twitch.
when Steven FCC ran the FCC, you could say
You can
jizzness
say
to
whatever
your
you
white in
want.
the face.
Yeah,
Till
you
you're
can say
covered-
Jizfinity Gauntlet in the
You know,
until your eyes bled.
until your face was covered in horse semen. But
But
apparently,
Michael stepped in, and things have all
Michael
changed.
FCC has a whole
So
new bag
we
of
will
tricks.
not be saying jizness anymore on the show.
No more jizzness.
Definitely never gonna say jizness again.
just-
That's Gizz.
J.I.
Yeah,
The gizness. That means gizness.
It's been a long day. Jizznness.
Ness.
Jizness.
Jizness.
Definitely
Just-
not gonna say jizness.
Just get it out right now.
Yeah.
Just throw
Just
it
throw
out
there.
there.
Just be like
Just
jizness.
free it. Free it out there.
Jizness.
Just say it one collective voice. Jizness. I thought you were gonna join me.
Don't
on
we
that.
all feel better?
I feel great.
I feel
actually.
great.
I feel
Yeah.
great that we created a word and ran it into the ground.
Oh yeah.
in the same
immediately.
day.
Captain American Pharaoh.
Oh,
Spider Biscuit.
Spider Biscuit.
Yeah, I gotta look up more like successful horse names.
Iron Sagittarius.
Iron Sagittarius. Sagittarius Witch.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, let's get back on track. If anyone is still watching.
Yeah.
Because
If you are, thank you.
we went down and we're back. It's that low latency shit. Oh yeah, pass me my phone. Pass it around the back so my wire is not going across your lap. Thank you. Yeah, we should be good.
All
You're good.
right.
This wire's
Cool,
super
cool,
long.
cool.
Let me bring it back up. But yeah, if you want to go into what our main topic, because I think that's next.
So, before, it's so weird to be like, well, okay.
Before we got rudely interrupted.
But so our main topic today was going to be more of a kind of like an opinion talk. A lot of, especially now with the playoffs, and I mentioned it earlier with LeBron James. There's a lot of like player comparisons, like this guy's the next this and that guy's the next that.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So players get saddled with these unfair comparisons,
Yeah,
and
the
their whole career
standards.
is defined by it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to talk about when they get it, if they live up to it, and is it fair for us to do it? Like, is it
Okay.
like, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I completely agree.
So-
and, yeah,
So the biggest one is LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
it's the one we always hear about.
It's like the biggest one, especially now with the playoffs. Everything's in a spotlight microscope. So is it fair to say, LeBron James and Michael Jordan, is that a fair thing? Is like,
You see, that one's always been weird to me because it's like one of the first arguments you always get into is like, well, the game was different.
Mhm.
You know, in the 90s, they used to let the boys play a little more.
Right.
You know, nowadays you can't even take like a slap
it
on
was
the
all
wrist.
defense. It was all
You
defense.
know, it was all the players involved in the league.
Right.
But what I see from some people is that, like, there are people who have watched both of them in their lifetime.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, exactly. And it's not like saying, like, oh, well, you know, that Sam Darnold, he's going to be a real, I don't know, who's some
Yeah.
fucking guy that played in the 20s that was, like, a big deal.
It's like Sam Darnold. He's the next Johnny Unitas.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
And it's
yeah.
like, all right, what? Like,
like-
you know what I mean? So like it's always been interesting to me because it's such a short time span to have like a generational talent like that. But like to compare them, like it's really hard. It's hard to compare a guy who's in his career
Exactly.
to a guy that has finished his career. Like
Basically-
when all is said and done,
Right.
you can talk about it.
Yeah.
you know?
Basically, right now, all you're looking at it's like comparing a living person to a dead person.
Yeah.
Because and I don't mean to shit on what we talked about before with Stephen Pincietta.
Oh, of course, no, not at all.
But it's like different. You're only taking what was great about the person who's passed, and you're taking what's negative about the person that's current because you could see more of it. It's like no one talks about Michael Jordan, like he may have scored X amount of points, but he also turned the ball over more than this. It's like they only remember he could fucking dunk from the foul line, and he fucking bitch slapped Karl Malone and John Stockton when he had 105 fever.
Yeah. So one of the things for me is always LeBron is all I hear about as someone who doesn't watch basketball right now. You know what I mean? And I always hear the comparisons, and it's like, well, LeBron has a higher field goal percentage in the playoffs against the Raptors.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but it's not like he's playing the same Raptors that Michael Jordan played. You know what I mean?
Michael Jordan never played the Raptors.
Yeah, exactly. They're just different fucking... if he did, they're just different teams.
No, yeah, and it's tough.
And it's it's not like they're both in their prime where they can have a 1v1. Why does one have to be better than the other?
No,
Why can't they just both be great fucking talents? That's like saying Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre.
Right.
Why nobody really compares them in that way that you do with basketball? You know what I mean? It's very weird. Weird.
It's what's kind of funny because you in football you'll be like, oh, this guy's so and so could be the next especially it happens a lot with wide receivers is this guy could be the next Jerry Rice. He could be the next Lynn Swan and it depends because then. If you get quarterbacks, I know a lot of it happened early in Eli's career, especially with Jet fans who are trying not to be fucking to be insulty about it.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, Joe Namath was a better quarterback than Eli Manning. But it's if you look at it, it's if Joe Namath with the fucking shitty knees that he had played this game that Eli plays now, he'd be dead
exactly.
in the first 5 games.
It's such a different sport. At that point, you know
what
I mean?
Eli Manning is playing against guys who were bred to be, and this is everybody: defensive linemen, linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties are all from a little baby. They're all right, you 3-year-old, you're gonna give me 25 crunches. Yeah. You're gonna do a wind sprints.
I would say 60 to 70 players in the NFL right now, if they played the way they do now back in the day,
right,
it would be insane.
They'd be murdering
the best
people.
Player in because back you look back in the day, it was a fucking beer league.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's that picture from the first Super Bowl, the quarterback in the backstage smoking a cigar with a beer under his chair.
Right, yeah.
That was what the fucking game was. You're gonna compare that to Tom Brady?
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's Tom Brady does as a treat he eats avocados.
Yeah.
He drinks
that's his cheat day.
Yeah.
It's avocados.
He drinks 5 gallons of water a day and the tiniest bit of avocado while fucking Brett Starr fucking had a hoagie before every snap.
So yeah, it's fucking it's insane.
But you also
I said, I don't know why these arguments need to exist.
But I mean, also it's tough. I gotta play a little devil's advocate right now.
Of course.
But for the people who compare back in the day it was a little tougher. It's yeah, you know what? It was a lot more violent back in the day because the rules were not as evolved as they are now.
Yes.
And that's what you want your league to do. You want your league I wouldn't want to watch a fucking game if everyone could fucking horse collar tackle and fucking face mask.
I would not want to watch the XFL in 2018.
No, not at all.
Or at least not what that XFL was.
Exactly.
I kind of don't want to watch the new XFL either. But
it's these lax rules are you know what's great about it's player safety, so you can see these players have a longer career. But it was in those Wild West beer league days. It did take a special player to survive that brutality. Because it was not easy for these guys,
Of course.
And they were some guys were playing with punter's masks, so they were getting fucking gouged in the eye.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
But I like baseball comparisons, especially to home run hitters. It's Giancarlo Stanton is not like Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth could fucking rock so many home runs. It's if Babe Ruth tried playing baseball now, the way he was back then, the same setup, he would not make it past Double-A.
Yeah.
I'll say it right now.
And Mikey even points out, he says Sidney Crosby gets the Gretzky comparison all the time.
I was going to ask you about that, because I know he came in with a lot of hype.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's again, Sidney Crosby is fucking great. He's been great for how long?
Right.
But, Gretzky's fucking Gretzky. You know what I mean?
Who has
the greatest
more
of all time?
Stanley Cups? I think, Crosby has, 4? 3?
Mikey, you want to fact check that? Stanley Cups for both Gretzky and Crosby.
Because I think Gretzky only has like 2 with the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
And then after he left there,
he never won with the Rangers.
No, the Rangers haven't won since '94, and I was gonna say the Latin Kings, the LA Kings,
the Latin Kings.
Wayne
Gretzky and the Latin Kings.
Remember that trade where he went from from Edmonton to the Latin Kings? It was a weird.
He just got like the 1G leg rolled up on the fucking ice.
So that was what a slip up, like. Yeah,
the Latin Kings.
The Latin Kings.
The greatest of all time. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, waiting on that Mikey's fact check.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's also like I can see it in sports like basketball and hockey more than I can in things like football and baseball.
Right. Okay.
I mean, baseball with pitchers, I guess. But with batters, it's like some guys are good at like contact and getting RBIs and getting on base or stealing bases or getting like there's so many different things you can be good at. It's hard to really like compare, you know? And even like Aaron Judge or Stanton to Babe Ruth.
Right.
Okay, they're both Yankees that hit home runs.
Right, yeah.
But like it's so different now. You know what I mean?
It's extremely different. Like there was back in the day, it
like,
was throw
Babe
as hard
Ruth,
as you can.
Sorry to cut you off. Did Babe Ruth, when Babe Ruth was playing, were black people allowed in the league yet?
No, they were not.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Like, that tells you all you need to know.
I think they were allowed in the league, like, maybe 20 years after he, like, retired. Yeah.
So you had, like, nobodies. You had, like, Paul Schwartz out there in, like, center field that, like, nobody... Who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like...
Boom, boom, Paul Schwartz.
Boom, boom.
No, yeah, you're right. You got these guys out there that are basically like that are like either junk pitchers who are throwing like these like wacky things, and then but like even like because in the Negro Leagues there were a lot.
They threw an ephus at Babe Ruth to hit.
Like you just fucking lollipopping this shit. But like you got like Satchel Paige or like and then a bunch of other Negro League players who were like fucking firing bullets out there, and Babe Ruth's like, nah, I don't want to face them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be like it would be real easy for Giancarlo Stanton to play against like whatever AA, like the Brooklyn Cyclones. Like, yeah, you're gonna crush it, buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like you know what I mean. I decided to start pitching. Let me go up against Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, like it's really hard to compare different leagues like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then to me, that's even kind of a thing with a lot of sports leagues where it's like you have teams that have been around when they were like. In leagues where there was like 12 teams or like 10 teams.
That's why
so yeah, we got 40 fucking championships. And it's like versus like, a team that's been in the league for like 20 years. It's like, yeah, we've won. We're lucky. We've won one. You know,
it's like yeah, that's like
okay.
Yankee fans like tough talking fucking like Marlins fans. It's like we got 27 world championships, you got 2.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
It'd be like Giants fans going to the Texans and be like,
right, yeah.
4 fucking Lombardis. Where's
like
yours?
Dallas Cowboys, 5 championships, bro. You
like,
got
it was
none.
funny against the Eagles because they had none.
Yeah,
but now it's dead.
Yeah, it's a tough. It's always tough to hear the
like every situation is different enough that it's really hard to compare. And I guess, like I said, when careers end. Kras has 4, Kras has 3, Gretzky has 4.
Okay.
So Gretzky has 1 more Stanley Cup.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
But you know what? Crosby ain't getting it this year.
Not this year. You punk bitch.
Baby. Ovechkin.
Who do the Capitals have to play next?
I don't know. Mikey, who do the Capitals have to play next?
Yeah.
Who else is left in the East?
It's Tampa Bay.
Is it Tampa Bay?
It's Rangers South. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah. I mean, like the thing about like it is.
Also, he gets compared to Lemieux.
Yeah, because he's on Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, but that one, okay.
Yeah, I see that.
I can see comparisons when they're on the same teams.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers got compared to Brett Favre.
Yeah,
it's like like this, but like Aaron Rodgers is a completely different quarterback.
Exactly, but there's always going to be that like best franchise.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Eli with like Phil Simms had all the Giants records.
Yeah.
Now it's like Eli is that guy.
Yeah.
So now you got Webb and what's his name? Kyle Lauletta.
Kyle, yeah.
And like, but when either one of these guys eventually it's gonna take snaps, gonna be like, hope this guy's our next Eli.
Yeah.
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Like, is this the next Eli Manning? Is this the next
Is this the next Geno Smith?
Was it Andrew Luck got it too? It's like, is this the next Peyton Manning? These guys get saddled with like the shadow of some guy that they don't even play like.
Yeah.
And like, cause like, look at Andrew Luck. He's mobile.
Mhm.
He's got the grossest beard in the NFL.
Yeah, awful.
Just stop it, bro. And,
Stop trying to do it.
And
Yeah.
you know he's got a fucking cannon for an arm.
Maybe like play a game of football and then
Yeah.
decide if you want a beard or not.
That's sadness.
Let's get
beard.
priorities here.
Yeah, let's get offensive
That
line
rehab
fixed.
beard.
That rehab beard. But like, yeah, it's like Peyton Manning never fucking like had to use his feet.
No,
Peyton Manning just sat in that
it was
pocket.
a different game. Look
Yeah.
at Eli.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Eli grew up trained that way.
Yeah.
So now you see like when he gets rushed, he just crumples
Yeah.
because he's like Eric Flowers is my left tackle and he just goes down.
Do you
Not
think
this year though, baby.
now when you see like guys that
Not
like
this year.
who've lasted a lot longer in the leagues, like
Yeah.
so like let's take like Bartolo Colon.
Yeah.
He's pitched in Major League Baseball since the year like the 90s.
Yeah, which is
So-
insane.
Yeah, so he's gone through like the steroid era, the post-steroid era, and now this like gym freak era.
Yeah, he's the Undertaker of baseball.
Yeah, the chubby one. Big Sexy is out there.
Chubber taker.
The chubber taker. The sandwich taker. But yeah, he's
From the legendary Cologne family. It's Primo, Epico,
and Bartolo.
Carlito, and Bartolo.
I'd love to see it. Let me
He
see
spits in the face of people that don't want to swing the bat.
that people can't hit change-ups.
Mikey says the Capitals are playing the Rangers 2.0.
That's what I said.
Lemieux and Gretzky is the biggest hockey comparison to date, kind of like Kobe versus LeBron. Then he wrote, Rutrow, breaking news, NFL's version of me. I don't know what that means. What were we talking about that it's NFL's version of you? Unless, is that a link? Did he post a link?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to go walk over because the link does not show up in my Twitch chat. So let's see what Mikey sent us.
Mike
here.
DeQuattro, common Twitcher, sends links to live broadcasts.
Oh, you know what? I have Automod on.
Okay.
So people can't just weirdly send us links.
Ah,
Matt Patricia.
what's
Matt
that?
Patricia was indicted on court of sexual assault in 1996, but was never prosecuted. Okay. But this is breaking.
Lions.
Do we have our first like fucking scoop right
No.
here on the podcast?
Well, it's obviously from Bleacher Report, but
May 9th, 2018. Yeah, Lions head coach Matt Patricia was indicted on
Indicted.
sexual assault. Indicted. Or was it indicted?
indicted.
Okay. It's like indicted.
He
It was sexual assault.
was in the jizness,
It
so
wasn't Dickman.
Jesus. He was indicted on sexual assault charges back in 1996.
Detroit Lions head coach Patricia, on a one count of aggravated assault, was never tried or convicted. Okay, so case was dismissed. Patricia was now 43 years old, was 21 at the time.
This is cracking stuff, guys. I hope you're hearing this.
It's fake news. Well, it's not fake news, but it's a non-story.
What it is that someone dug up his past and brought it back.
And they were like, "Hey, look at this guy."
And you know, it is if I had to take a look at the story. So somebody lodged that he was sexually assaulted them, and then they were and he was found not guilty.
Yeah, it said it was dismissed, and it just kind of
Went away.
yeah.
Okay, so he's not a total.
I like that Mikey sent that. It was like it's the NFL's version of me.
That he
Which is-
sexually assaulted someone. Is
Well,
that?
probably that he looks like Matt Patricia, but
I wouldn't walk down
exactly.
that pier.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be like, that'd be like, oh, Matt Patricia wins an eating contest. You know, not like Matt Patricia fucking raped a
Yeah,
girl.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you?
What are
play
you
it?
doing? This is like, all right, here we go. This is a comparison. Don't compare yourself to a fucking like murder suspect.
Yeah.
You're like no,
Don't do
like
that.
some fucking fluff piece. It's like, you know, me and the Michelin Man. If I find out the Michelin Man like fucking sexually assaulted people, I'll be like, no.
It's like when I call myself Tom Green meets Adrian Brody. So I call myself.
Don't do that. It's like, here's the thing. If you're a friend and you're making like sports jokes and you kind of look like a dude, you know, kind of let the breaking news go.
Make sure it's a good dude.
Make sure it's a good news. You know, good news that happens. Because that would have been so weird to be like, have him sit here and he's like looking at his phone. He's like, oh, the NFL
Mikey
version of me.
sent
Just,
another goddamn link.
come on, man. This is.
Because I have it on Automod.
Okay.
I don't want people sending us their SoundCloud profiles.
Send it. I want to hear them jams, bro.
Hey, it's not. Oh, because he said rape, so it modded.
Oh, okay.
Fat, long-haired, and bearded. Also, what I've been compared to pre-rape.
Was he pre-raped?
Daddy's
I don't
Workshop.
want. I don't want. I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, no, that's a dark path to go down. But yeah, Mikey, if you say rape in the group in the chat, it's gonna get muted. So maybe don't say that.
Don't say that. Because there will be a time where we will probably reach this topic where there is all the assault cases against athletes, but we're not at that point.
It stands the test of time that the longer we do a podcast, the more likely we'll have to deal with an athlete sexual allegation rape story. So
30 minutes ago, we were just talking about
the jizzness.
And we can't be like, whoa. Like, we have to kind of
we have to
establish ourselves here.
Let's keep on track here and not go down the Patricia sexual assault road.
I don't even know where to go now.
We were comparing athletes, and then we got on the road of Matt Patricia sexual assault in 1996.
All right, look. Like I said, there will come a time. I don't want to back away from this topic because it is a divisive topic.
Well, it's a non-story. There was nothing there.
I'm not talking about the story. The story is
just like the topic of it. Yeah,
the story is a piece of a bigger story,
exactly.
a bigger topic that right now
is not the
we're not informed enough on it, and we're not prepared for it. So
let's not go.
I don't want to go down this road.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And because I want our viewers to interact with it because it is a topic that a lot of
it's serious.
A lot of athletes do get taken down by this.
It's a serious
and a lot
topic.
of people have
it's
their
not joking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can't our leading story can't be horse dicks to this
and then go into this.
Yeah.
Because then we're putting them in the same tone.
Exactly.
And that's not right.
It's not fair to the victims. It's not fair to the people in this maybe the accused.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair to the people who want to know this stuff.
Mikey said it's a non-joking matter. I apologize if it came off that way.
And that's why you're off the podcast, dickhead.
Because he waiting here. So just watch the pre-rape comments.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, but I think that might be the end of the show.
We can't end on that note, though.
That
is a weird note to end on.
That is a weird note to fucking everything.
So I guess I will end the show by talking about how Backlash was not that good.
Oh yeah, let's talk a little wrestling.
Let's end the show on that. That's a lighter topic.
Yeah.
Let's go there. Yeah, I don't know. Did you see any of Backlash?
I did not. I heard that
I started watching the beginning. Rollins, Miz was very good.
Well, Miz has been on a different level.
Rollins has been on a different level. The more I've been watching lately, I'm like, Rollins is the guy.
Okay.
Right now, he's locked in one of those zones where all of his matches are fantastic.
Do you think it's because who he's been paired with recently? Because I know he's been paired with Finn Balor and The Miz.
Probably, but also that
he doesn't have to carry anybody.
Look at certain guys that you think those guys would have dope chemistry, and they'll have 3 matches, and one of them is clearly better.
Okay.
With Miz and Balor and Rollins and whoever X is mixed, they've all been that tier.
Good.
They've all been great. And you think about it, he won the belt at Mania, right? Mm-hmm. And he's defended it in Saudi Arabia. He's defended it. It was on Backlash. He tweeted something about how he's defending in his third country in 4 months, or his fourth.
Oh, they're going to London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is the guy. He's been entertaining. He's been killing it.
I think because Brock Lesnar is so Brock Lesnar about being with the title.
Yeah,
it's that the IC title is now back on Raw, and now that's the workers' title.
And I'm calling it now. They're going for Brock to beat Punk Streak because they want to they want to be able to talk about who the longest champion is.
Yeah.
But it is ridiculous. I was looking at the stats. Punk had
112 title
defenses, and Brock's had 10.
Yeah.
And it's ooh.
So that's one every 40 days.
Yeah. Dude, the last champion before him was Goldberg. Yeah.
It's what they I know they want to have the prestige of Brock
yeah.
It would be a lot better if the title was defended on TV a lot more.
Yeah.
But they don't have that guy to unless. Because I know that the first go around with Rollins as champ was a little rough.
Yeah.
But I think as face Rollins, and I think you called it on a way back podcast that once he found his face feeding,
he was great. He was off.
He'd be the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what helps is they gave him the curb stomp back.
Yeah.
That was the period where he struggled, was when he lost the curb stomp.
Because he didn't have a thing of his own.
Yeah, he didn't have an identity anymore.
He had the high knee, which is that's a combination of the Rainmaker and the V trigger from Kenny Omega, the Okada's Rainmaker and Kenny Omega's V trigger knee, and it's just you have to have something of your own.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So that was great. There was a fun segment with everybody. It was Elias, Rusev, New Day, and then like No Way Jose came out and they were all dancing.
Nice.
What happened was I tuned out in Orton Hardy.
Yeah.
I like kind of what I did was I kind of put it on like mute and I went about. I think I was playing Batman Telltale.
Okay.
So I just kind of had it on.
We could
like,
talk about Batman Telltale.
Yeah, we could. That'd be awesome. So then like I kind of just kept looking over and I kept seeing this segment. Every time I turned, there was like more people, and then Jose was just dancing with everybody and they left. And then like Aiden English went to join and Russo's like, "What the hell are you doing? You want to dance with them?" And then what other matches? Cass, Daniel Bryan. Cass won. No. Daniel Bryan won, and then
where Cass destroyed him.
Beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I kept like kind of tuning in and out. Styles Nakamura, they did another crappy ending where they both hit each other in the nuts and fell, and then they got counted out.
It's a weird with that. I feel like that's such a huge miss. Like those two could have great stuff.
Perfectly describes WWE.
Yeah.
It's like, we got two of the top wrestlers in the world. People want to see wrestle. The dream match is gonna happen. We're just gonna hit each other nuts.
Yeah, and like we got like
we got you guys.
Yeah,
you know
we got to put Roman on last, so we got to fucking
of course.
Yeah.
And that's another you know who else is just killing it lately? Joe.
Samoa Joe? Yeah. Samosa Joseph.
His promo work. Samosa Joseph. Mimosa Joseph.
Mimosa. That's his Sunday personality. It's brunch time with Mimosa Joe.
Mimosa Joe. They just play his music, but it's like jazz. It's like bam, 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 bam.
I've got my towel on.
Like his promos are next level.
He's just cutting it. That's all he's doing. Like,
he's got like that old school promo vibe where it's like the louder he is, the more you care.
Okay.
But he does it in such a way that it works in 2018.
I feel like there's a couple of guys out there that they just go like, well, we can't really tell you what to say.
Yeah.
But we could give you like bullet points. I want you to say that.
Pretty much.
Because like you could tell like, I'm not a big Dean Ambrose fan.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he's probably the worst.
Yeah,
out of everything.
His problem is that where Seth Rollins didn't have an identity, Dean's just had the same fucking identity.
Yeah, exactly.
For way too long.
Which is the definition of crazy because he does the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's WWE's long con.
Yeah, it's like
he's the lunatic fringe.
Just oh yeah, that's right. Crazy is doing this.
Yeah.
But what I think, like a Samoa Joe Dean Ambrose feud could be fun, but like. Samoa Joe would have to, every time fucking Dean goes for the same shit, Samoa Joe has to just destroy him.
Yeah.
It's like, I know your shit. Like, Samoa Joe's too good to be fucking fooled with.
Yeah. And it was weird because of the whole he moved to SmackDown, but he was still talking shit to Roman, so he had the match with Roman. It was weird, but now that they're doing, like, the dual brand pay-per-views, I guess it's cool.
I can see that, yeah.
I actually didn't mind the dual brandness. I will say it felt nice. It felt, like, stacked. It felt like, okay, this is better. Let's have one of these a month.
Right.
And it feels like a big deal.
Yeah, because it takes a lot off your plate instead of, like, I got fucking, like, this.
It's like, I got Raw's pay-per-view this week, and in 2 weeks it's SmackDown's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I liked it back where it was like, Raw this month, SmackDown this month. Like, that was better. But
yeah.
I'll settle for this, when it's the one big pay-per-view month, and it's both brands. Like, cool, whatever.
Okay.
Especially with one champion not really fighting.
Yeah.
So, but yet Roman will still headline over the SmackDown Championship, which just makes no sense.
I kind of think what will help Roman is if he does a couple of fucking starter matches. If he's the first match off the board, kind of like not like you don't treat him like a man. Like Chris Jericho said on his podcast, is like you either want to be the first match or the last match.
Yeah. Because like look what even like what kind of like some time away at doing that kind of deal did for Cena.
Yeah.
Like when Cena was US champ and he did the open challenges.
Yeah, he like
that kind of cooled him off a little bit to the point where he transitioned into being like,
yeah,
you're not the guy, but you're like the French fries to the burger.
Yeah, he's
you know
like,
what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you now made the mid card a lot better.
Exactly.
Being here,
which is funny because Seth Rollins is making the mid card so.
Well,
good.
yeah, because
it's so good.
Because with they had the opening,
right now the
opening match on WrestleMania. Like, after the 5-hour pre-show, they went on first.
Hour 7, the opening match of WrestleMania.
But like, you got a guy like Seth Rollins who could come out. He's got that intro with the Burn It Down, which is now caught on.
Yeah,
so
everyone's so over.
You open a show with that.
By the way, I want to call out CFOs. That version is not out yet on like Spotify or anything.
Oh really?
It's still the old version.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sucks.
Get on
the only version that's available is like a YouTube version where someone like stopped the song and put it in from like an episode of Raw where it's like burn it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna put it on.
Yeah, well, look for it. Maybe it's a thing now.
Let's hope.
We'll see Seth Rollins burn it down. Yeah, it might be the shitty one. Let's see.
Captivating.
Here we go.
Fucking YouTube.
Getting that ad revenue,
Fucking
baby.
Get
Oh, Mike FCC isn't going to be happy about this.
get at me at Mike FCC.
Steve FCC would have always allowed it.
The 2019.
I'm a Steve guy, 100%.
Are we going to go out with the Rollins theme?
I would love to.
All right, so that's it, everybody. We'll see you next week right here on the Pick Glass Pod. Same time, same damn place. Go Pelicans.